Luke chapter 4 tells us, and Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit, returned from the Jordan and was led by the Spirit in the wilderness for 40 days, being tempted by the devil. And so the first question that comes to mind here is why? Why? Why after this magnificent beginning to his ministry? Why after the public announcement of him as God's only son would Jesus be led into the wilderness to be tempted for 40 days? And by the way, the word makes really clear what took Jesus into the wilderness. He wasn't tricked into it. He didn't follow a path that led him to some unexpected destination. He didn't even go of his own accord. By the definite plan and foreknowledge of his Father, the Holy Spirit led Jesus to a hard place, whereas physical and mental and spiritual reserves would be strained beyond all reasonable limits. When bad things happen to us, our natural instinct is to ask why. Why? Why is this happening to me? Writer and thinker Malcolm Gladwell says that although it's reasonable to ask why is actually the wrong question. This is what he said. The right question is whether we as a society need people who have emerged from some kind of trauma. And the answer is we plainly do. We plainly do. He said there are times and places when all of us depend upon people who have been hardened by their experiences. We all depend upon people who have been hardened by their experiences. So what God does is God grooms through hardship and trial and testing those whom he desires to use to change the world, to build the kingdom, to proclaim the gospel. The world needs people desperately who have overcome tragedy and overcome trials and overcome temptations. The world must have women and men who have stared pain and failure and heartache and even death in the face and have grown stronger from it, who have been tested beyond all reasonable limits. The world must have those people in order to grow and progress and thrive.